Live.
Hey!
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hams. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Was chasing the beer that circled the lips. Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives.
Live.
I did this one tonight. Here on Strong Island Television, Paradise Studios, in beautiful downtown Massapequa, New York, right by the Lirr. The L-I-R-R.
Yes.
Richie.
Yes.
Who's the show brought to us by tonight?
It's by Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
And pow, that's when their thing comes up,
Boom,
Bobby.
look at that.
This is like a well-oiled machine. Pow, Barasch and McGarry. Pada-ping, nothing.
There it is.
There we go.
Thank you, Michael Barasch.
He must be making shirts back there, Bobby. What is he doing back there? So listen, we were off a week.
Yeah.
And why we were off? Because we did this wonderful comedy show at a community in Long Island that's bigger than, I think, some cities in this country.
It was big.
There's 1,100 homes in that place. What was it called?
Fountains when you come in.
What was it called?
The Greens.
The Greens.
Yeah.
The Greens. This is how nice this place was.
And they loved John. Loved him.
Until I got on stage.
Yeah. And
Then it
they
went downhill
met
from
you.
there. Then it went downhill. They were loving me. He's a nice guy. Oh, he's
They
on the
loved
show.
you all night.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Rave
wow.
reviews, not one bad review.
Not one.
Not
bit.
one.
No reviews?
They-
I'm gonna no. So we had fun. But thank you for the gig.
Yes.
That was so much fun, and we worked with. Well, Richie wasn't on the show. Richie produced the show. Claudia Baravita.
You know, it was funny.
Baravita.
The guy doesn't want me on that show.
I know.
I'm
It's so
an incredible talent.
weird. Incredible.
But he doesn't want me on the show. He goes, because you set it up. I want people to see the guy that set it up. It doesn't make any sense. I'm funnier than all three of the people on it combined.
You know what? We just did something for the first time, I think, since I've known you.
Yes.
We said incredible talent and your name in the same sentence.
Isn't it incredible?
I've never heard that done. That's amazing. How do we do that?
Yeah, I didn't. You did.
Oh my God! So it's a great show. I even took the napkins from the bathroom. They were so nice.
Oh yeah, they had those heavy paper ones.
Oh, they were not. I got a whole bunch at home.
You stuffed your bag.
Did you see me walking out? I stuck them down the crotch. I walked out there going, "Hey, big guy!" I go, "No napkins."
And it had their logo embroidered on it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So a few things that I wanted to tell you that happened. We haven't been here for 2 weeks. Let me start with today.
Hi, Patrick. I see Patrick.
Hey, Patrick, it's Johnny Plug time. Hey, brother. Thank you for tuning in. I went to the dermatologist today. Now, when was the last time you went to the dermatologist for a look-see? The whole body, the whole Rich Walker body. Let her look, spread the cheeks a little bit, look in there.
No.
Make sure you're good.
I have a question.
Yeah. Was she supposed to spread the cheeks? What?
Is butt cheeks one word or do we spread it apart?
I think
never mind.
butt cheek is one word. You're right. Did I say cheeks? No, it's 2 words.
I have never been. I've never, thank God.
All right, listen to me. What I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Go to the dermatologist. Don't be stunad.
But I mean, I don't have look at my skin.
Let her look at you. Let them look. Soup the nuts. Just get it checked out.
So what happened?
So I went there today. And I've been there. A very nice lady.
Yeah.
A Fiona. Funny lady. So I go in. I had some skin tags removed. Of course, they're covered under the insurance. So I said, take how many off is covered, right?
Right.
And then I had this thing on my waist here that, playing pickleball and stuff. Because on a pickleball court, I'm like an animal.
Right.
I'm hitting old ladies in the face. So it was a little thing that got a little agitated. So I said, let her look at that. So take your clothes off, Mr. LaRocchia, put the gown on.
Right.
And so we're talking there, and then she, let me look at this. So somehow she had to take the gown, pull it aside. So I took the gown off so she could, look at my, I had my undies. And then I start talking about laughter saves lives.
Right.
You know how emotional, are you right? I get passionate.
Yes.
So I stand up and I'm saying, we got this great fundraiser. And I'm there on my phone, and the other girl comes walking in, and she says, hey, John's doing a show. We're talking there. And after about 10 minutes, I go, shouldn't I have my pants on by now? Shouldn't I have gotten dressed.
Yeah.
Like it's 10 minutes
And she's done with the exam.
I'm standing there in my undies on the phone sending her flyers and not appropriate, right?
No, not in your
Not
underwear.
appropriate. And I had the SpongeBob undies on, so it was even worse.
Yeah.
Got the flu shot also today.
Good for you. Look at you go.
Now, they're telling me you can get flu and COVID at the same time.
Right.
And some people say, hey, you can handle it. So I go in there, retired New York City firefighter. I'm a tough guy, tough, Richie.
Yeah. Rugged.
Rugged is the word I was looking for. Never in one sentence, John and rugged until tonight. So I go walking in and I said to the guy, I want the flu and the COVID. He goes, well, if you get them both at the same time, sometimes you get a reaction. You really shouldn't. I go, okay, just give me the flu. I caved in. Okay, because I doubt I'll go back for the COVID now. I really have to mentally,
Where'd you go? CVS?
I went to CVS. I went to CVS because it's free. If my doctor told me if I get it done by him, I got to pay.
Forget that.
So I said, I'll go to CVS.
Don't worry about a cardiologist. You don't need that either. You go to CVS and you put your arm in the thing.
You don't need
it blows up. Tells you if you're all right.
Yeah. A proctologist also, CVS they got an aisle.
They do have a proctologist.
Between the diapers.
That's why they have that curtain up in the back.
So Halloween's coming up.
Yeah.
And the little girl is saying she wanted to be a unicorn. So I was going to be unicorn. Unicorn.
Oh, unicorn.
Yeah.
Unicorn.
So I'm going to be a Grandbab's unicorn, I said.
Yeah.
She says, then my son says, stop. Because then she doesn't want to be it because you're busting her chops.
Right, you ruin it.
I go, I'm just. So the next day she won't be a starfish.
Right.
So I said, I'm going to be a Grandbab starfish.
Right.
So then she says, I want to be a fire dog.
Right.
So my grandson was there. So I said, I want to be a Grandbab's firefighter.
Right.
So my grandson said, you're too old, Grandbabs, to be a firefighter and out of shape.
Yes.
As he said to me on the deck in the backyard when I took my shirt off one day in the pool, he says, you know what? You're really not that flabby.
Why is that
compliment?
Nice to him? Sweet
compliment,
kid.
right?
Yeah.
You're not too flabby.
Right.
What else do I got here to talk about?
Same words as your dermatologist said to you.
My dermatologist said the same thing. You're not too flabby.
Not bad.
Went to a few fundraisers this week.
Yeah.
I went to the Tommy Gardner fundraiser. Tommy Gardner got his picture on my desk.
Yeah, right here.
Every show. Tommy used to co-host a show with me. We lost him on 9/11. Very, very smart, wonderful, handsome man. And his kids were running a little fundraiser in Oceanside.
Right.
It was a brewery, right? But it's like in between junkyards and stuff. It's hard to find. Right. So I walked in, I had a few waters. Sausage sliders were phenomenal.
Wow, nice.
Bought some raffles, bought some shirts, and then I left.
Yeah.
Because I got to get home. Paula wants me to stay out longer, but I make it feel like she wants me to get home. But every time I get home, she goes, too soon.
Yeah.
Too soon. You couldn't have stayed out a little later?
Last night, I had my class until midnight.
What kind of class do you teach, Richie? You've never mentioned.
It's a comedy class. Stand-up
Stand-up.
university.
You want to learn stand-up, or you want to just be funnier in front of people. Let's say that, right? Yeah.
And we've had lawyers and everybody take it. The prom, class went so late, and then Peter and I went to the diner.
Yeah, you got to go to the diner.
And then I was held there arguing with him. And then they closed Southern State Park on the way home. 2:30, I walk in. And for the wife that's always sleeping,
right?
She was not sleeping.
She gets to get up early.
Yeah.
What time?
4.
4. Because can I say what she does?
Yeah.
What's the title? Conductor?
Yeah.
Long Island Railroad.
Yeah.
Long Island Railroad is wife. She works very hard, and Richie sleeps late.
But she didn't believe where I was. Who starts a class at 6 and gets home at 2:30?
Where could you be? She can't believe you're having an affair. Like, who
who
would be interested? You know what I mean?
Nobody.
So, I think she should.
I'm the perfect candidate for not having an affair. Like you.
She would be really. So, all right. So, I wanted to first talk about Janine.
Yes.
You know what? Should we break? No, we're not going to break. We're not going to break. Janine, I want you to come. Now, listen, laughter saves lives. Bobby, put up the gala flyer, the almost gala.
Yeah,
We
then
don't have a
Janine
gala.
will come over.
We don't have a gala. It's an almost gala. In memory of my mom, beautiful flyer, 70s
I love
theme.
it. Right.
70s theme. So we're having this gala. And every time I have this almost gala,
And me, I'm in the pimp suit.
you're in the
I
pimp
don't know
suit.
why.
And we never can get quality raffles because I don't have the patience, the time, you know.
Yeah.
So Janine, come up here. Janine,
I'm gonna have a
who
sit
I
right
know
next
through
to me.
my buddy Paul Rogers, she says, I'll help you, John.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, Janine's gonna probably get some Dunkin'
Yeah,
Donuts,
sure.
you know, whatever.
A pizza pie.
You know, she seems like a
Ah,
nice
there she
lady,
is.
but you never know. Well, she is kicking butt every day. She's mailing me. I got this. I got that. Do you by memory you know the list, or do you want to tell me your background, Jenny? Can you talk about your background at
tell
all?
us.
Sure. I'm a talent manager
What kind of talent?
for jingles on the TV and Broadway. And
I am very merry. And I could
This
do
show is going to take a
all-
different turn now. Richie's
Yes.
going
yes.
to forget the cameras. All right, so use this for some jingles. You know, we'll do the short pitch. We're very funny. We could be using jingles.
Yeah.
So very personal. So she says, John, I'm going to go out and get you some raffles. Now you don't need to look at the list, right? You got these by memory. You want to look at the list?
I could look at the list.
All right. So
just
tell
in
us some of
case.
the things that you got for the Laughter Slaves Lives 11/22 almost gala. Come because listen to this. Go, Ginny.
Well, first of all, I want to thank John for all he's done because what
He's
I've done
amazing, yes.
is basically nothing.
Well, you can thank me again.
I really do want to
No,
thank
I'm kidding,
you, John.
I'm So tell us some of the things you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I started out thinking, okay, restaurants, and
Right.
I go out to eat a lot. So as you could see, so basically, I went to the neighborhood and I asked for gift cards, and I was touched by some of the people that I've met in management, and when they heard what the fundraiser was for and
Right,
whatnot,
right.
they told me stories like we all remember where we were on
9/11.
9/11.
Of course,
Yeah,
right.
brings
Nobody
out.
will ever
Yeah.
Forget where
Right.
they were.
Right.
But how it touched people's lives in the community everywhere.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, for one, the high-end restaurant T-Bar, I walked in, and it's in the village of Roslyn, and I heard his story of how he volunteered, and he was so happy that you were keeping this alive, and he gave me $150 gift card to his
Beautiful.
thing, and then
And you know what's great about that, Janine, is I don't go out to eat. I'm cheap. You know what I mean? My wife says, let's go out to eat. I say, okay. And I get her something maybe somewhere else. I let her eat in the car, and I'll go to the restaurant.
It's true.
Maybe-
When I go out to dinner with him, here's his credit card, and we're like this.
So maybe,
Right.
though, people that normally don't go out to eat, this is exciting.
That's
Right.
exciting, right?
another thing, I went to Ruth Chris Steakhouse.
Ooh, I've heard of it.
Okay, and he was touched by what you do and your foundation, and he gave me a $200 gift card.
Holy crap.
Look at that.
So
Richie.
it's amazing that you don't realize the effect that you have on people until you
Yeah.
actually go in and you speak to them. I got Oika Castle to donate a night, and basically they're going to send me the gift card in the mail.
Okay.
I got gurneys out in
Yeah,
Long
Montauk.
What is it per
Montauk.
night there? Usually, like Gurneys. Can we
Gurneys
say?
could be anywhere from $600 to
Hello.
$1,000 a night.
See that? I would now go out,
Um,
me and you would go there and stay 5 minutes.
Well, this is in February. No, I'm kidding. I'm teasing.
Well, even
It's
even in the weekends,
Yeah.
even like during the winter months, you're not getting a room cheaper than
Right,
$600 a night.
That's amazing.
And they
Make you
gave me
feel, what you making
breakfast.
it feel bad about the thing you say in the
Um,
winter?
No, that was a joke.
Oh, all right.
This is
A matter of
comedy
fact,
and-
I even got Hotel Indigo out in Riverhead
Right?
to give me a night's stay with breakfast, and I figured that would be great combination because there's some great wineries out
Yes,
there.
right,
east.
Yes.
right.
And I was able to get a McGarry's winery to give me a package of about a few bottles of wine with a
Tasting?
cootery board and wine tasting for more
Nice.
people.
So we can combine that maybe with the
So we could-
hotel.
right.
You know what's
Then you
nice
could
about
do it.
this? It was nice of you to get these gifts for me and John. We're gonna pick which one we want to give.
Man, I think
To
you're a
the
little
chat.
confused. I think you're a little confused, Richard.
Yeah,
Um,
those are awesome.
I added this. I got something on there. Another, but that's Homewood Suites.
uh-huh.
You know, it doesn't compare to what you got, but they gave me the.
That's nice. What are you
That
talking about?
but you know, it's
Homewood
nice. It's nice.
Listen, I think it's great. I mean,
Yeah.
it's amazing in such a bad economy and what people are going through, and there's people that live day to day, and you know, one thing could affect their life, one tragedy that can turn their life upside down. And when you think of how many people are fortunate, I didn't realize how many people have such a big heart. And
isn't it nice? Some people are good. They're good. I like to look at this morning when I was going to get my flu shot. The young girl sitting there, and she says, "Hey, I got up. My appointment was 9:00. She goes, my appointment was 8:30. I got up late. Can I go ahead of you?" Right? Isn't it nice? Like I just said to her, "Are you kidding? Right. Get up early." No, I said, "Go ahead, go right in." And then she helped me with the phone. It's nice. People, you got to be nice. Right.
But you don't realize that because we're so busy being involved in our own stuff in our own lives. And especially with the way the world is today, how crazy it is. You don't realize how thoughtful.
Yeah.
When you get out there,
and
what you're doing for me and the Laughter Saves Lives Foundation is you're donating your time.
Right.
You're not turning around and going, "John, here's $1,000 check." I hope you do that also. But here's $1,000 check. Right. But you're saying you're making phone calls. You're going to places. You only have so much time, and you're donating some of that time to live. So that says a lot about her. Right. You know what I'm saying? It says a lot about her.
Like, for instance, I give every Wednesday to do this. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen dime one yet.
It's coming.
And I'm not. There's no bitterness at all. You know. No, but I do that for my heart.
Give us one or two sports things. You work on some sports things.
So the New York Giants promised me that they'll have something in the mail.
Are you a talent scout for the Giants?
No, I'm not.
Oh. But you are a talent.
I am a talent.
We established
that. Maybe the talent is getting people to give. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's a talent. That's a talent.
You just
one more sports one. One more sports one.
But the Long Island Islanders committed to give me something.
Excellent.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yes, and there was so many other restaurants. 388 Italian restaurant in Roslyn.
Read something off quick.
They gave Farm Italian gave me in Huntington. There's a really nice Greek restaurant that just opened up in Huntington. They gave me a gift card. It just goes on and on.
And you're not done. You're not done, right?
No, I'm nowhere near done. So I hope Palmer Winery gave me tasting for 4 with 3 bottles of wine.
Things. That's
those are nice things.
Yeah, it's not, and people
guys,
love
11:22. Bobby, throw that flyer up there one more time. 11:22. We are raffling off all these things and more. Janine's not done. I'm not done. I'm going to probably get another Dunkin' Donuts for $5-10.
And it's a big comedy night.
Big comedy night.
Big
show Richie's on the show. It's going to be fun.
Yes.
Janine, thank you so much.
I want to thank you and your organization for everything that you've done, and all the first responders, and everybody that makes us safe.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes.
We're going to go to break. We'll be right back with Tom Pendergast.
Yes.
I think Tom was next, right?
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
I worked downtown. I didn't die. I was an office worker. I felt like there were others who deserved the money more than I did.
A major reason people haven't claimed the money they're due is guilt. They feel guilty claiming funds when others died or were first responders.
I heard there were 9/11 funds, but because I wasn't a first responder, I did not apply.
You do not have to be a first responder to qualify. This fund was created for everyone who worked, lived, or attended school south of Canal Street, who may have experienced or have experienced respiratory illness or any of the 68 cancers linked to the toxins. Even if you have a family history of cancer, there is a presumption linking most cancers to the toxins.
I thought it was too late to make a claim. My spouse worked downtown at a bank and died of cancer. Honestly, I just haven't felt up to it.
The government's $10 billion Victim Fund and Health Program have been permanently extended. You just need to have been below Canal Street on 9/11 or at any time in the following 8 months. To see if you qualify, call or go to 911fund.com to speak to a representative of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
There are many reasons people who are eligible for compensation are not stepping up to claim it. To those who are holding back, I would say just take the first step. Ask for help. Make the call. It's not too late.
I called and I qualify.
I qualify.
I qualify.
Millions of dollars remain unclaimed. You do not have to be seriously ill to qualify.
And we're back. Laughter Saves Lives live. Strong Island Television, Paradise Studios, wonderful downtown Massapequa, North. We have our next guest. Now, Tom Pendergast, you are not president of the foundation?
No, my wife is president.
Whoa,
No,
all right.
I was voted out.
You were voted
I was
out?
voted out.
By your wife.
No. She had.
I know, kid.
Well, tell us a little bit about the foundation, how it got started.
Starting with the name.
The name is the Heather Pendergast Fund.
Yes.
It was started. It's actually a pay it forward fund because it started back in 2008 when Heather was still with us.
Yeah.
My department organized an amazing fundraiser. It was
Your
called
daughter, Heather.
Heather. The fundraiser was called Heather's Hope Benefit. They raised an amazing amount of money that one night
To help you with
to help us with medical bills,
Medical.
whatever,
Right.
whatever
Yeah.
at the time. Unfortunately, the following month, October 30th, Heather lost the battle. She passed away. All right. And about a few months after that, we all were talking, and some of the guys says, "Why don't we do a fund in her memory
Yeah.
and help others in the same situation?"
nice.
So we all got together and we're trying to, well, how should we do this? Well, how about children? Because she was a child,
Right.
my daughter, child. How about a child of a volunteer firefighter who has a life-threatening illness or injury? We help with medical bills, whatever.
Right.
So it came down. We finally organized it in 2009. 501c3, like yours, nonprofit, all volunteers running it, with a mission to assist the children of volunteer firefighters on Long Island who face a life-threatening illness or injury.
Amazing.
Age is not a factor, simply son or daughter of a volunteer.
Is all you need. Yeah.
And the focus is medical expenses not covered by insurance and travel expenses incurred receiving medical treatments.
Right.
Gas,
Travel,
grass,
hotel,
food,
gas,
whatever.
parking, whatever.
We've done everything except plane fare so far.
Right.
So,
Well,
and
now, do you only assist Long Island volley firefighters?
children of Long Island volunteer firefighters.
So it's
That's-
Nassau,
that's,
Suffolk. Nassau.
Yeah, we've gone. Yeah, there's some volunteers if you go further west into the FDNY territory. You know, there are some in there, right?
Yeah.
So we've
So
done-
so recently, let's talk the last. Obviously, don't give us names. Last one or two that you guys have assisted.
I wouldn't. Yeah, two. I'll just use first names.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you Cooper. He's the son of a volunteer in Oceanside. He's now 3 years of age. He was diagnosed at 6 months of age with retinoblastoma in the eye and the brain. He's been receiving chemo treatments for quite some time, and we've been doing what the fund's been doing is paying their travel expenses to both Sloan in the city and to Cohen Children's in New Hyde Park.
Mhm.
And as you know, travel expenses can really
Oh, yeah.
add up.
Parking alone, if you pay for parking.
And we've been doing that for quite some time now. Latest one, which is actually started in January of this year, Abigail, 16-year-old, beautiful, brilliant, young girl, 16 years old,
Right.
high school student. She was diagnosed just days before Christmas with osteosarcoma, the left leg.
Which is cancer.
It's cancer. Oh yeah. And she's undergone about three stages of chemo. She had major surgery which replaced her femur and her knee. She's had radiation, and she's been in and out of. She's been treated at NYU in the city since January, and we've been covering all the travel expenses, which you would know working in the city is off the charts.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and when you
Connects
listen
to-
to Tommy, you take a step back. basically, I have 3 kids, healthy, older now. I have 2 grandchildren. I could not imagine what these families are going through. And to be able to, not that they're sitting around having a party, but to be able to go, oh, God, we don't have to lay out this money for parking, for this, for that. It helps. It helps mentally because that's another stress.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
running up
That's
credit
one
cards
less
or whatever.
problem. Yep.
So unbelievable work you guys do. You know, I love to have you in here just to look in your eyes and tell you I love you, and I so believe in what you're doing. And I was so happy to be able to help you at times in a small way. We always want to do a comedy show for you to raise some money.
We've had a few, and they've been great.
Yeah,
Absolutely great.
but I meant to bring a check tonight for you, so I gotta drop it off at your house.
Okay.
I gotta drop it off at your house because I went to the fundraiser, the golf outing that was 2 days ago.
We took photos.
We did take photos. Oh, we got a photo of Bobby from the golf outing. This is Johnny L at the golf outing. This is as far as I got, as close as I got to a golf club. I got out of my car. I hugged Tom. I bought some raffles. I went inside, ate like a horse.
Yes.
You know, and left.
The only one
That's
there
the
without
president.
golf
There was the
clubs.
president. Bring up that picture again.
Bring the
That's
president. There you
Tom's
go.
wife.
There's the
That's
president.
Tom's wife.
She got all the votes.
Did she? I believe it.
bet.
I walked inside and the girls say, what do you golf in the morning or the afternoon? I go, girls, you don't want me golfing. Just, I want to buy some raffles and I'm going to leave. Can you look at the tickets? Oh, we got to look at your ticket. They were really breaking my shoes, you know. Oh, we got to look at your tickets. We don't do that for anybody, but we'll do it for you. So, and what did I win? Tell them, Tom.
Nothing.
No, really.
Nothing.
I bought like 80 tickets. I threw most of them in the TV, that big screen TV. That's
Yeah.
you got some good raffles there.
Very
You
good.
must have a
Very good.
Janine getting your raffles, man.
We have you. Well, yeah, yeah. We have a few.
Yeah, you guys did good. So you did good at the golf outing.
Excellent.
Best one ever.
180 golfers over the double outing.
Now you don't want me golfing. Here's why.
Why not?
Because I showed up at the Johnny Mac golf outing 2 years ago. I have really old golf clubs.
Yeah.
Terrible looking bag.
They're-
Rust on some of the
They're
golf
wood
clubs.
stick golf
Yeah,
clubs.
rust on some of the golf clubs. I pull up my car, I open the back, and the kid grabs the clubs, puts them in the back, or whatever. And I go, hey. The kid looks at me and go, take it easy with those clubs. And the kid's like, oh, I'm sorry,
They're
sir.
antique. They're antique.
I'm sorry, sir. I was on hole 17 with my 9-iron. Bloop, the front of the iron comes off, hits the side of a building, ricochets off. I go, good night, everybody. I'm done. But we had a ball. But yeah, I can hit the ball. I'm
don't play
athletic.
golf.
But I
don't
get
play
so. You don't play it?
No, it's a little tiny ball into that little tiny hole with all those trees.
In
on
the
it.
heat,
Forget
I'm
it.
not chasing it around. So anything you got coming up? Any other fundraisers?
The only thing, if you have that flyer of the
Oh,
Delano
perfect.
Strong. That
Oh,
was,
can you throw up that flyer, Bobby? Tell us a
There you
little
go.
bit
There
about
it is.
this.
ex-Chief Delano, his son, down in North Carolina. They were playing softball. He's on a softball team. He was
Yeah.
in the dugout. This is before the game, and where in the infield they practice. They throw the ball. To first base.
Right.
And he did a hard throw to first base. It was a little high. It went over the first baseman, right into the dugout, and he just happened to have his head turned the wrong way, and hit him square in the temple. And that was it. And he's been in a coma since. And we're talking
Wow.
probably 149 days now.
Unbelievable.
They had him down at a special traumatic brain injury place in Tallahassee. Nothing really happened. So now they're back in the home in North Carolina with the fire department. We're trying to raise funds to help.
All
them.
right. So if anybody wants to help on that firefighter, just message me. I'll get it to Tom. And we'll go
they
from there.
got 50-50 raffle tickets for $100 a ticket, and
You can get them online though. Like you don't have to be there. You can buy them.
Who do
it's
they
also
reach
on-
out to? Is there a website? Or-
there's a Facebook GoFundMe.
and the name of it.
They can even contact me.
Yeah, just contact me or Tom, and we'll get you to them.
Okay.
My friend, thank you for the
Thank
long
you
ride.
so much.
Did you want to say something else?
No, I want to
Oh.
thank you for inviting me here.
Always. I wish I could have you for the whole show, but we got Constance
Yes,
waiting.
I know.
You may want to
Yeah.
stay. She's an interesting
I
lady.
am.
You do great work.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time. I know it was a long ride.
Very long. Oh,
How
yeah.
long?
It was a good 6 minutes,
Good 6
maybe.
minutes.
It's a
Good
traffic
6
light.
Yeah, because I said, you want to be on the show? He goes, where's the studio?
Horrible.
I go,
Horrible.
Massapequa, 6 minutes away. He goes,
Right by Leonardo.
ah.
Give a plug for Leonardo. Right? I
Yeah,
know
get a
Leonardo.
slice when you
we
leave.
love Leo.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
When-
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that can save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac. People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those is a child. As simple as place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
And we're back with Laughter Saves Lives. Live.
Massive people. Thank you.
Yes.
Our next guest is a very interesting.
Yes, one of my favorites.
She's been on the show before.
Yes.
She was one of our favorites, and we couldn't get everything in. She has so many things going on, so interesting, so smart. So we said, you know what? Let's have her back. Constance Payne, come on in.
Hey, y'all.
Constance, where are you stream yarding from?
Oh, my goodness. I am in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm actually calling this situation the box right now because I have been sweating my patootie off in it's like a small sports stadium size warehouse. And I've been installing the America's largest interactive gaming screen for stuff. Yeah, it's like 65 foot by 55 foot.
Now, this is a young lady that is like a jack of all trades. You do so much. I don't know how
we want to talk about tonight.
Yes.
You clean up. Tell me if I'm saying this properly. You clean up crime scenes.
Yes, I do. That's one of my companies. I own a forensic cleaning company based out of Woodstock, Georgia. I'm just here in Fort Lauderdale right now because I do a lot of contract work. I think it's like ADD and then being lonely. So I just try to fill my entire life with work. And I like to mix it up and I like to do interesting things. But in Woodstock, I do a lot of forensic cleaning. I did a job actually during the week right before I came out here. It was another suicide job.
So is it a suicide job? So it's something where if I call you and go, hey, Constance, I'm going to knock somebody off. Can you clean up the crime scene? It's not that.
No, I don't work for the mob.
All right. But I don't think, maybe a lot of people don't think about this. There's a crime, there's a shooting, there's a lot of blood, there's a mess. The cops come in, they take their samples, they take their evidence, FBI or whatever. And then at one point they go, okay, owner of the building, we're done, right?
Yeah, and we're out, and there's no service that's like by the government that just comes in and cleans it up. We've got all the other EMS services that do all those other jobs, but when it comes down to cleaning up the mess, that's a 1099.
Yeah,
I just started watching Dexter. I'm sure you hear this all the time. Now you walk into anything and go, it's nothing I haven't seen before. Like when you're watching the show.
You mean watching Dexter?
Yeah. Like, do you say, wow, this is like, I'm accustomed to this.
Yeah, I mean, I am. Nothing really surprises me anymore. I do have a couple interesting stories. Like here and there, there'll be something that I'm like, well, that's new. Like about a month ago, when I was cleaning out a hoarding house, the toilets were all broken. But and that's the thing is, mental illness comes in all different types of stuff. Like this was almost $1 million house and there was 4 bathrooms in it. None of the toilets worked. They definitely had money to fix the toilets, but whatever was going on upstairs, they didn't do that. And so the gentleman there was defecating in hand towels and then washing it down the sink. And that was his solution for not having a working toilet.
Right.
Now
you were called in. Did he commit suicide, or you were called in just to clean up this mess?
No, he passed away from the causes because of the mess. Like, so it was a hoarding situation. It was a very dirty place. The guy had a lot of health problems, and he ended up passing away. It was really sad because he was laying on the floor in front of the TV and had like a camping situation set up, and he had just been messing himself for so long that I had to rip up all the floors, like long before he died, because they found him within a couple of days. But in the months leading up to that, it seemed like by the day's end, he would just lay down on the middle of the floor and then just mess himself all over to the point where, like I said, I had to rip out
that now, we're going to have you come up to New York and give a little look at John's car.
My daughter's car. Mostly, yeah, my
your
daughter's car.
car.
Yeah, that looks like a crime
whose
scene.
it was?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's amazing.
All right, so now you get on the scene, and there's a wood floor, and there's a lot of blood or whatever. Do you actually have to rip up the floor at times?
Oh yeah, I mean it really depends. Like one of the most serious jobs I ever had, a guy had been rotting in there for about 3 months. So I had to do the tear out in the whole place. Like all the drywall had to go. I mean, because it was just so saturated in the smell of human death. And like you can't kills that, you know, like that paint kills. Like
yeah.
For a lot of stuff, but you know, that scent with it being so saturated and baking in the hot sun like that, things have to be replaced. I mean, some of the houses I've worked in, I'm like, I need to light this on fire. Like, why are we even trying to do this? Like,
is that hazardous waste, or can a contractor do that?
It's biohazardous waste. So you
need a special license.
Yes, yeah. You have to have a license, classes, and then just, you know, the common sense of like, you don't want to get sick and you don't want to get your family sick. So,
right.
You know, but I've been doing construction since I was 16. So like when it comes to tear outs, I've already got that on the line. And then I did tattoos in my early 20s. So that's where I first learned about like biohazards. And then, you know, in the past like 10, 15 years, it's just, I mean, a lot of it's common sense, but you do have to have licenses.
You have
no, I'm like
I was in the hazardous materials unit of the FDNY. In fact, I have one of my lieutenants here who has followed me, I don't know why, for 8 years, just constantly following me. And I have a nice joke, funny, and you're on the phone. He's on the phone. So we wore, APRs, PAPRs, SCBAs.
Oh yeah.
So you have to wear. You knew what an N95 was before COVID, long before anybody else.
Absolutely.
You constantly wore them, right? And all of a sudden now, this is the thing. So have you ever worn a level A suit at a job? No.
I mean, well, like with the guy who had been like rotting in there for 3 months, I had the full rubber suit on, mask, everything, oxygen, like, because when I was walking in and doing my inspection on the house, I get down to the basement and this guy's human goo dripped onto my shoulder. Like it was like out of a horror movie. It was so gross. Like I'm just taking pictures for the insurance company and doing that thing. And all of a sudden, gloop, the guy had melted through 2 comforters, the mattress, the box spring, the floor, the subfloor, and onto my shoulder.
Hold on. I just want to finish my salad.
Dude, I ate my sandwich after that too. I mean, because it gets to the point like my nose turns off at the smell. It just goes.
You have to understand, Richie and I know nothing about what you do, and you're giving us all the proper terminology. Human goo. It must be very familiar terms that's a very professional term, human goo.
Well, you know what my favorite game to play is? Is that maggots or rice? Because when you're so hot, maggots or rice, because when it's so hot and you're like cleaning these messes up, like all EMS, y'all kind of like hop in and out, and it's a pretty quick experience, depending on the level of the scene. I can be in it for days, weeks, possibly a month. And when you get to that and the type of heat from wearing those suits to be able to clean it, you start seeing stuff and you're like, is that rice? Is that rice spilled on the floor, or are those maggots? And so, I mean, it is what it is.
I'm going to play that game with my grandchildren. Is that rice or maggots? All right. So how did you get into that? There's got to be good money in this. I'm not asking you how much you make, whatever, but I'm sure there's decent money. I'm
coughing now thinking about it. Like, I'm gagging.
How did you decide, hey, you know what? I want to clean up crime scenes. Or was it somebody said, hey, Can you help us out one day? Like, how did you get into it?
I mean, that's how it was. It was somebody was like, hey, you know, you're kind of a messed up person. I've got this company. Could you help me out? And I was like, sure. And I thought I would be more affected by it, but I guess through like a super traumatic life. And I mean, just like that list goes on. I did the first job I ever did. It was a guy, a different guy who had rotted in his house for probably about 4 months. The whole neighborhood stunk. Like I could smell it when I was just driving into it, like blocks away. And you know, there's like 6 foot high grass outside, mails coming out, like spilling out of the mailbox. Nobody in this neighborhood cared about who lived there or that something may be amiss, especially by that smell. And then finally somebody calls it in. And that
but wait a second. The postman, the mailman?
He's just putting mail in there and it's just falling out for months.
Jeez.
Like it is so sad.
Yeah,
like 9 out of 10 jobs that I go to, people do not care about their people. I care very much for humanity and I care about what I do. I care about the people that I service. And you know, that is the saddest part of my job. Well, I guess I'll take that back. The saddest part of my job is that 1 out of 10 people that does care for their person. Because then you're feeling all that empathy, all that emotion of somebody who is genuinely upset by the person that they lost.
Well, the last time we had you on, what did we speak about? What you do? Do you do stunts? Or what were some of the other things you did?
Yeah, I think it was more like acting and stunt based. I just finished up another movie. We did it for a film contest called Buried Alive. It's premiering in theaters in Atlanta, November 7th.
Who's the most well-known person you've ever doubled for the stunt?
I've never doubled for anybody. I do my own stunts.
Excuse me.
But the most well-known person that I have worked opposite of in a scene. Oh gosh, who's the guy that Hero Fiennes? He played young Voldemort in the Harry Potter series.
Oh wow,
You're a Harry Potter fan? I'm not a Harry Potter fan, so I wouldn't know him.
But that's great.
Yeah. So anyway, we got 30 seconds left. Is there anything you want to close with? A website, you know, hey, if somebody
ConstancePayne.com isn't a bad look if you're wanting to see more about me. It's pretty much got everything.
Your business card says we clean up your rotten bodies.
Yeah.
It says you stab them, I slab them.
That's great.
Constance, thanks so much for coming on again.
Thank you so much. Always
anytime you guys want. I got
all right, we'll be right back after this break.
All right. Is everybody having a good time tonight or what? That's what I thought. All right, so we are live, Paradise Studios, New York. Give yourself a round of applause for coming out tonight. Woo!
I saw the market was down today. I go, you know what? Time to throw some cash in the stocks that I own, right?
Yeah.
Now I start withdrawing from here. TD Bank, Capital Bank, Chase. I'm putting money out left and right? One stock I just wanted to throw it on. I picked one stock. I think I picked a Walmart. I took all that money out of those 5 different accounts. Boom, $50 on Walmart. Wow. Bam. Withdrew a lot of them, all different accounts. Total, bam, $50. So the joke there was I withdrew from a few different accounts and only did the $50. I think the joke was lost.
You went with the low risk.
I got
account.
Bobby got it. Thank you, Bobby.
You got it. Good one.
See how he wants us to continue doing our show
Bobby,
here.
I still don't
get it.
get
He said, John, good one.
You took a lot out of
5 different accounts, but I only had $50. Pulling money out, I only had $50.
And we're back. We're
Laughter Saves Lives live. I forgot to talk about the pickleball quickly. Pickleball, we went 1-4. Pada ping! 1-4 this week. We stunk it up. My
Yes.
daughter wasn't that good this week, but I was stinky too. So we're gonna drop in the standings. Hello, Rosie. Can I call you Rosie?
Yes, please.
I love calling you Rosie. Rosie Famara.
Fiamara.
See, I told you.
See,
Fiamara.
Rosie has been doing comedy now how long?
Not long.
Not long.
Since June.
But she is killing it out there, from what I hear. I've seen you, but you unbelievable.
I
right?
saw one of your videos. I thought, and I told you this, for somebody that's been doing it a short time,
Right.
she has such stage presence.
Yes.
She's funny and she's likable.
Go on.
Yeah. A
No,
natural.
that's
A
all I'm
natural.
doing.
A
I'm not going
natural.
on. I'm not
You're a
going on.
natural.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Guys.
The,
Thank you.
the material will come. If you keep working with Richie on material,
Yeah.
then
Here
you're
it
gonna have
comes.
problems. Then you're gonna have problems. Real problems. Because you learn crickets.
Yeah. I teach you how to deal with the silence.
Yes.
right?
So now
That's why he could accept it so
yes, because I'm used to it. So Rosie, you are so interesting because you do something kind of unique. You own a bridal, what should we call it? Not a shop. That sounds, what do you call
say
it?
salon?
Oh,
a
that's
bridal
it.
salon.
A bridal
The bridal
salon.
Yes.
Bridal salon, which is for comedy something interesting. I've never heard a comic talk about owning a bridal salon.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm sure you do some material on that. I had some questions though. I have two daughters.
Shoot.
Two daughters. Cheap is what I am. Two daughters.
Yeah.
Cheap. Okay. So now at one point, they're
Your
gonna
favorite
want,
word when they walk in your shop.
yes,
Love that.
yes. I will. No, I will.
Your salon.
I will
I'm not buying today.
Your
Yeah,
shop.
okay.
Yeah, okay. I will want to walk in your shop, not your bridal salon. But a question I wanted to ask you is somebody that's frugal, somebody that maybe doesn't want to, because some people they want to spend a lot of money in the brothers. But what if I give it a go? Listen, Rosie, I want something that maybe she could wear again. Maybe dye the dress
and use
and
it for
wear it
other
again. Is
occasions.
there?
Oh, okay.
Is that something people do?
Like quick change.
Just wear it
Like
once?
Yeah, that's the
That's
whole
it.
point.
Oh,
And
no,
do
no.
people donate the
Do you
dress
box
They
it?
do.
to
they
people who
do.
can't afford?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm
And
going to give
there's
you my name now. I'm
reselling
going to
and
give you
there's
my
That's
name
still
now,
perfect.
Rosie.
He'll take the.
Give you my name now, my information, right? And when the next person comes in and says, I want to donate it, you go, John!
Listen, I'm not using mine again. You can have her borrow
I
it.
can have you.
You know, I was walking past her salon.
You were?
Yeah, I not looking in the window or anything to see if you're there. I was just walking by, and the gowns are like beautiful. Like when
You
my
have a daughter.
wife,
You have a daughter.
when my wife walked down the aisle, you know, how everyone goes like this, and they go, they were like, ooh, no, ooh, because it was from Amazon.
But I
She
saw
got-
your outfit.
yes, she did.
I saw your outfit for your wedding.
I don't spend a lot of money either, you know.
You know where I bought our wedding rings?
Oh boy.
Times Square store. And if my wife is watching,
Do you still
she
have
doesn't
them?
know that.
I lose mine all the time.
I
This
know, I
is-
think I
this
did lose
is,
mine once.
Zirconia. Well,
I think
don't
I
know
did
what the
lose
hell
mine
it is.
once.
Not zirconia.
So she must have some interesting stories.
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
brides.
Anybody ever walk in that shop that's like off the wall, like
Yeah.
strange people?
Pretty much
What?
on at least a weekly basis.
Really?
Yeah, we had this guy come in and he went right into like the flower girl section and he was all by himself. And
Little
like,
dresses.
yeah, I'm like, what is
Yeah.
this guy, like a
Yeah.
pervert? What's
Yeah,
going on?
yeah,
So I'm like,
yeah.
can I help you with something? And he's like, I can't believe you have such a big section just dedicated to midget brides. And I was like, they're little people. But,
We call them little people.
but still,
now.
you know,
yeah.
we have that.
That's great.
You know, we're near the, what do you say, the lure?
The lure,
LIRR.
you're on
that
So there's a
railroad.
lot of people that just kind of wander on down.
So how long have you been doing that?
My whole life. I
Oh,
was
your whole life?
born into it. It's my family's business.
Oh,
they,
is it? I didn't know
gotcha.
that.
so they opened it in 73.
1773.
1773.
That's
Yes.
a long
Yeah, with all the little
time,
pickups and the
Rosie.
big petticoats.
Right.
It was
That
wild.
big bow in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you see a difference in brides from back when you first started to now? Are they different?
Yeah.
So
You know, it used to be a lot simpler. Like when I went with my mom, I
Mhm.
mean, I was in the business, but then it was like you went, you tried on, you're done. Now it's a whole scene. There's signs and there's champagne and there's all kinds of people. And it's like, I said yes to the dress.
Is it music? You play music like?
Yeah, they want VIP appointments.
Yeah,
so that
So
they
nobody else is in the place.
and they can have their own playlist.
Okay.
You know, and they can have their own snacks. We make mini charcuteries and like.
All right. So this is
this is a whole thing. You would never want that.
No,
VIP
this has got to bump up the
experience,
price. What Johnny L wants is he wants to walk in a half hour for my daughter and say, Rosie, you got the one that was returned at the girl, whatever. Say, oh yeah, all right. That's the last one you show her. And then you know, do, oh, Christina LaRocchia. And then we have like this, the arms got to go up. And then we have this.
Presenting.
Like, oh my God, Rosie.
You do the
That's
Vanna.
amazing, right? What do you think?
I love it.
You could be in the store with me and go, oh, John, I want that for my daughter. Oh, Rachel, I want.
If I was in the store with you, I'd be like, she wants that gown
you
right
would.
there.
You would. Top shelf.
Right.
Yeah, you would. That's true. So you can't be there.
So you didn't tell us how are the brides different?
They're different because like I'm getting older and they're getting younger. So the things that they say, sometimes it's hard for me to relate to.
Mhm.
You know, I was measuring this girl and she just was like taking selfies. So she's like, and I'm like, you all right? She's like, I ate and left no crumbs. And I was like, are we going up a size? I don't know what you're telling me. It just means she's, you know, hot, apparently.
That's funny.
We just said I look nice.
What happens when do you ever fit a girl for a gown and then she kind of outgrows it before the wedding?
Oh, that could be a problem.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that, Rosie?
Well, they could sign for sizes that they'll never get into. And then I see them at events and they're like circling tables like a shark, you know, and I'm like it's a tasting. It's not a contest. It's anything.
See, that would
Like
be
the
me.
cake, the
The cake
desserts.
eating, you know, I'm like,
that was me at the Tom Pendergast, the
Take a
fundraiser
bite.
the other day.
Wow.
I got there and I ate inside. They had a very nice spread. And then I said, well, then I can go outside and have a hot dog. Was I supposed to eat both? I wasn't, right? I went outside and had a hot dog.
You can't say no.
What about, I'm going to say the naughty word here.
Mm.
Any brides like maybe become pregnant?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And now
I
that
had a
changes-
good one.
In the store?
I had like a
Richie,
real old school, like Italian
Pregnant
bride.
in the store?
No,
Oh,
let's not.
oh.
Listen, what kind of business do you think I'm running?
I don't know what he's asking you.
It's not a brothel. It's a
No.
bridal salon.
It's not a saloon. It's a salon.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
All right. No, I had this girl. She was like really, really Italian.
Oh.
And old school. And the little mom was with her. And clearly mom didn't know she was pregnant.
Oh.
So I'm looking at her. I'm like, there's something you want to tell me.
Yeah.
She was like, I did eat some candies and chocolates on the way here.
Right.
I was like, would you bang a Snickers bar? I mean, come on. We're women. We're adults. We're adults. You know, we know what happened.
That's great. That's great. Well, you
So
must see it
can
all.
we yes, if somebody wanted to go to the salon, where would you find you?
I'm right here. I walked here.
Wow.
I walked right here from
Yes,
right over
downtown
there on
Massapequa,
Broadway, 3 Broadway, Massapequa,
By the law.
by the LIRR.
And it's bridal reflections.
Bridal Reflections, because my father, when he started the business,
Right.
he wanted us to be A or B so that we'd show up in the
Smart.
good old-fashioned telephone book under
Smart.
B.
First ones.
Be right up there. And
Right.
reflections, it's like you see yourself like a reflection of yourself. And see
So that's why
yourself.
John doesn't get a lot of work because they have to go all the way down to L.
No.
Yeah.
And they're booking
Comedy-wise,
they
I don't
book
get-
it by then.
And they also book it if you're funny. I think that's
Yeah.
more of it than the L.
I'm Walker. How do you think I am? Like,
You got to be really funny,
yeah.
you know, to get
That's
Walker.
why I never stop working. So
And if they want to see you performing
Look,
your,
but I'm not for everybody.
if they want to see
Oh,
you,
you're for me though, Rich. That's all that matters.
if you want
Yeah.
to see performing your shtick, your comedy,
Yeah. Where do we find you next?
I am going to be in the Giggle Room at Governor's on the 18th and the 19th.
Very nice.
and you're
Governor's
going to be
11th.
on some Laughter Saves Live shows.
November. Sorry.
November.
No, October.
Can we get an
You're in
update,
October?
Mr. Met? Can you just come over here 1 second, Mr. Met? We're big Met fans around here.
This is what
And-
Mr. Met looks
look
like
who's
without
here.
his
Which
big
one?
head
Which
cast.
one of the people in the picture is a Met fan? Try to guess.
took off
Which
the
big?
helmet, right?
What is the
He's
score,
big
Mr.
head.
Met?
Oh my God! The score is 3-1 Mets.
Yo! All right, you can go home now. No, stay right there.
I'm gonna leave.
No, stay right there. So,
Just come down a little bit. You cut
come
it.
see Rosie. Come see Rosie. Thank you to Tom Pendergast for
not?
being here tonight, coming into the studio, and Janine with the raffles, and Paul came in with it, drove here, and they were wonderful. And thank you to Constance.
Yes.
Constance Payne.
She's wild.
Yeah. And let's go Mets. Let's go Mets. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes.
go Mets.
Sure.
All right. We're going to the diner. Good night, everybody.